Hey, welcome back to the beer video, emanating from the stupidest country on earth. We're back.
Yeah, what's that quote? Weeks where decades happen.
Oh God,
I want the decades to stop happening.
has he been? I feel like he's been president for 45 years.
Yeah.
It just it never gets better, and it just gets dumber. This is just the dumbest.
Yeah, God. Just like every time he has some surrogate on TV and they've obviously had like a ton of fucked up plastic surgery, I'm just like, I don't know. I just think about Bruce Campbell in Escape from LA. And it's like, that's who's in charge of us now, eh?
Oh God, I know. It's funny. I can't remember the comedian's name now, but I just was watching him talk about Musk, and he was like, imagine spending that much money on your appearance, like all the surgeries to basically make yourself into a five.
Yeah, I've seen people have good, relatively tasteful plastic surgery, or, at least like they're going for a look and they got it
Yeah.
and like whatever. But like so I don't know. The good plastic surgery I've seen is either like very like screamingly obviously artificial, and that's kind of part of the whole like look and vibe, I guess, or like subtle enough that you don't notice it. But like
Yeah.
about these people, but they choose like kind of the weird in between sort that just punts them straight into the uncanny valley.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Hey, it's not my money. What are you
Like
gonna do?
go big or like fucking tone it down because right now like you just look weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry, we had a little snafu that you didn't get to see. Won't be as bad as last week's. I shouldn't say anything. My computer could turn off at
bro.
any moment.
Come on now.
I don't know. Um, I don't think you dabble in this type of thing, and I don't even know why I still do, but it was record store day this weekend.
Yeah, well, Matt went. I mean,
Okay.
honestly, like I think physical media is a good thing. I do it for movies because, well, we've all dealt with like streaming services, what a nightmare, right?
Yeah.
So, I think it's generally like a good idea if you really like something to have it on physical media. I don't have a lot of vinyl just because like I'm really not home a whole lot,
Yeah.
so it doesn't make a ton of sense for me, but yeah, I don't know. I encourage it.
Well, I started off with I had a mission of like anytime this day comes around, there's always like things that I make like this is what I want to get, not end of the world, but this is what I want to get. And this year there was something on my list and I was like, surefire, I'm not gonna have any problem finding this because fucking nobody wants this but me. And maybe like 10 other dorks. All I wanted was a copy of Dawkins' Beast in the East, the double live album they put out in 1988. They were repressing it, and I was like, that'll be a slam dunk, no fucking problem. No, I can't find it anywhere.
Huh.
Anywhere.
Well,
Except for the one asshole who put it on eBay for $94. So I'm gonna
uh,
don't buy
that
it.
has
If
maybe
you're out there, don't buy that
overestimated,
fucking record.
man has maybe overestimated like the size of Dawkins fan base.
I guess. Yeah, I was shocked. I couldn't believe even like I went to the Attic. If you're ever in Pittsburgh, check out the Attic in Millville. It's a great record store, and everybody there is just the nicest human of all time, the most helpful people ever. Seriously. And so we were in line, and the one guy came out. Was that?
I do have to get to Pittsburgh sometime.
Yeah. Well, the one guy came out, and they kind of know who I am because like I shop there so fucking much, and he was like, "Well, do you have a list? I'll just run in and like grab what I can find while you're in line, like to get into the store." And he went and did that. And that's why he looked at everything on there. He's like, yeah, he's like, I think we have everything on here except for there was a Mark Lanigan, Isabel Campbell EP that I was interested in. He's like, we don't have that one anymore. He's like, the others, you shouldn't have any problem. And then I got in the store and he's like, can you believe we don't have Dawkins? Yeah, nobody had it. I went to a bunch of places. Nobody fucking had it.
Hmm.
Shocked. Yeah, I don't know. I ended up getting what did I get? One of the Deicide record that came out. And then I got Black Sabbath, Eternal Idol, because I don't know. I love the Black Sabbath Tony Martin era. I know that.
Okay, I've heard like enough like check it out, bro, from people I trust that I feel like maybe I should at this point.
Listen to the album Headless Cross.
Okay,
Start
yeah.
with that.
That's what I keep hearing.
Great record. And the album Tear is pretty good too. And then this one. And then what else? I got something else. What the fuck's the other thing that I got? Oh, I got Sun Oracle. Um, I've always kind of wanted to have a copy of that. And I bought the new Def Heaven. So, nice little record store day, even though everybody beat me to Dawkin. The nerds got up early. Oh well.
So I'm wondering, did they beat you to Dawkin, or is it just like that there were just not many of those pressed? Because again,
Well,
wondering how
yeah,
big is the Dawkin fan base really?
there were only 1,500 pressed, so it wasn't a lot. But and like the Deicide was only 2,000, I think. Um, anyway, it's one of the things that irritates me about Record Store Day because it's like just press more than 1,500. That's just insane. Because that's all you're doing is just encouraging people to put that shit on eBay.
Hey, who's the eBay audience for Dawkin besides like maybe you?
Maybe me, and it's only just because of this. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who these people are, but they're out there because they bought all the Dokken records, and now I'm sitting here looking like an idiot.
Well,
All right. Well, we got beer. For everybody out there, this is the behind base or the inside baseball of how the beer video sometimes works. Is I had to text Helen before this started to ask how to pronounce the name of this brewery because it's a Norwegian brewery, and I think I could be wrong. This might be the first foreign beer that I've done on the beer video.
yeah, and just for any native Norwegian speakers watching this, which is maybe like one of my friends,
Yeah.
sorry if I got it wrong. I'm still pretty mediocre at pronouncing your language, but I guess I'm better than Brian because he literally has no experience trying to do that.
None whatsoever. Do you know how many bands I listen to that I'm just like, I don't know how to pronounce this and I never will. Uh, I'm lazy. I'm an American. What do you want from me? So anyway, I think that we landed on Nigna.
Nøgne, that splashed O is
Yeah. So
like your
good.
stomach.
Yeah. So this is a robust porter. Um, a lot of the stuff on here I can't read, so I'm not going to try. It is 7% alcohol, 30 IBUs, and no other Norwegian beers. One. Oh, so this
On
is
my
one
way
a
out,
lot of what's that?
it's the beer I always get on my way out of Bergen. Buy one of those at the airport.
Nice. Well, it said that yeah, it's no other Norwegian beer has won more international prizes than our porter. We always include it in our tastings, and it has turned many a lager lover onto craft beer. It is a silky, smooth mouthfeel
Okay.
with hints of coffee and chocolate. Maybe this is how they spell chocolate, but they spelled it like chocolate.
I think
Um,
it's just bud.
yeah. So I actually have to use a beer opener or beer. Whoa, oh, look at that.
Whoa.
Look at that. It's ready to burst. Speaking of ready to burst, oh, I did what I didn't do a good job.
Oh, brother. Oh no.
Well, we got a while, so I don't know what I did because I obviously didn't drop this anywhere. I didn't shake it. Just sometimes Brian opens beers and it doesn't go well. Um, I bought
Well,
this at McBroom's. Go ahead.
some places do that. Like, I think I showed you how my carrot cake beer yesterday kind of exploded in the shower, and
Yeah.
I didn't do anything with that besides like take it home on the bus. So,
Yeah.
sometimes them's the breaks, buddy.
This is not going anywhere. It's making This is making no progress. How about I just drink out of the bottle? Haven't done one of those.
Yeah, do it, bud.
Whoa. Oh no. Oh shit. Ah, no. I took a sip out of the bottle and it is exploded everywhere onto my desk. I don't know what the hell happened here. Um,
Well,
yeah.
uh, other than that, how's it taste?
Other than that, what did you think of the play? Um, no, it's great. I like this a lot. It is the IBUs for sure was not lying. It's a little bit more bitter of a porter than I guess that I've experienced with at least with American porters. Which again, as I've mentioned on this video before, I like bitter beer, so it doesn't bother me. Um, but definitely it's sort of giving me the chocolate and the coffee underneath my tongue. Like the bitterness is kind of underneath my tongue, which is weird. But that's where I'm getting a lot of the taste from. But um it's a little bit nutty. There's a little bit of a nuttiness to it. Um, and it's really silky. It's a nice silky smooth beer. Uh,
Yeah,
let me try to get some out of this glass. Ooh, the second sip was even better. It's only 7%, but it does carry a little bit of a booziness to it.
I'd
Um,
say only 7% because I feel like that's about average for porters.
oh, it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just saying the it has a boozier taste than the ABV would indicate is really what I mean. Um,
Yeah, I think I've noticed that, like, drinking that beer, like, I'm like, I feel like I should be getting drunker from this, actually.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, this is a really, really nice beer. I feel like I want to pour this into an oatmeal.
You know? Yeah, kind of strikes me as not a pastry beer per se, but like a beer that would go good as an ingredient in like a beer bread or something.
Yeah, yeah. Um, which is not to say that God, and it's making me quite gassy, and I think we know why because we can see all this condensation that is just this is it hasn't gone. It's really not done. I can't talk. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm trying to say words and I'm having a hard time getting them out of my mouth. Anyway, for this being what I believe is the first foreign beer that I've done on the beer video, I couldn't have picked a better one, I don't think. This is quite good. Yeah, the richness is really nice. I know we joke about mouthfeel as a funny word, but that's legit. It coats the tongue. Like I said, I'm getting a lot of the taste underneath my tongue, um, which is an experience. You don't always get that. So, yeah, this is really nice, and I'm glad that I splurged and just grabbed something that was different. I picked it up at McBroom Beer in the Regent Square section of Pittsburgh. Also, another great beer store. A lot of nice people that work there as well, and they have a dog of the week. Like, because you can take your dog in there. I've pet many a dogs in McBroom's, so it might be of the month, but they put it up behind the register, whoever the current dog of the month is and who their owner is. So, and when I went in there today, the guy was watching season one of The Last of Us, which was the episode with um Murray Bartlett and oh God, what's his name? From Parks and Recreation. He played
Offerman.
what's that? Nick
Nick
Offerman.
Offerman.
Jesus Christ. Yes, Nick Offerman. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's funny. I read Nick Offerman's memoir, which like it's like 100 pages of giant print, so not the achievement of the year, but he does like um the stories about how he proposed to his wife are quite sweet.
Yeah.
And you find out he was trained as a kabuki actor in Japan.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I know like his woodwork's legit too. Like I mean his Parks and Rec character also was a woodworker, but like yeah, the dude's legitimately uh
Yeah.
a woodsman. That's not the right word. A wood never mind. Helen,
Crap.
maybe you should do the rest of the video.
Yeah, I've heard. the criticism that like the thing Parks and Rec did wrong was portraying a likable libertarian.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think that's necessarily true. I've met a few likable libertarians.
I
It's just
haven't.
it is kind of very much like his character in that show, where it's just like, ah, this guy is like, on a personal level, quite fun and cool to be around. But like sometimes when he starts talking about how his ideal society works, like not so sure.
Yeah. By the way, under the bottle cap, it says there are no rules. I don't know if you can read that. Hard to see, but anyway, there are no rules.
Oh yeah, so Nøgne, oh, I think is how you say it. I'm
Sure.
not positive. Handbryggeri is another one you should check out if they are available. That is where Austin apprenticed. Uh,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, and I've had a few of their beers. I've liked all of them. Kind of the one that stands out just for like kind of the fun circumstances is they brew a beer that you can only get on long haul train rides through Norway.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had a bunch of those when I was taking the Oslo to Bergen train. And yeah, it's pretty cool, like tasty, mild pale ale. And I just remember sitting in the cafe cart, like drinking one of those and like seeing like a glacier outside. So
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
experience if you were able to.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, maybe before I get to the specifically to make you mad. Shirts. I am wearing this old bolt thrower shirt. I think this used to be Matt's that I stole. Um, and it's from when we saw them in Chicago in 2013.
Nice.
That
Yeah.
was I met Carl Willits at and Andy Will at Inferno Festival in 2018, 20 of those years. I don't know. Real cool guy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was quite funny because like I saw him, and this was when I was still fairly active on Twitter. I don't think either of us are right, but
No.
anyway, he's I saw him and I was super nervous, obviously, because Bolt was my favorite band of all time.
Yeah.
And so, like I bought a beer and I'm just like nervously chugging it because I was like, I gotta work up the courage to say hello. I gotta do it. And like then he sees me and he waves and he's like, hey, Helen, right? And I was like, yes. And he introduces me to Andy Well. He's like, this is Helen, my friend from the internet. I'm like,
My friend from the
oh,
internet.
I haven't and you actually like
Yeah.
for not ever try to match a fucking like Birmingham native drink for drink, especially
No. I was friends with him on Facebook when he was active on there, and all he posts all day long are the beers he's drinking.
yeah, yeah, I noticed that. I was always so jealous. Like
Yeah.
it's so fucking good.
Yeah. It always looked like he was drinking them out of like a little like juice glass. Like he had a really weird glass he would always drink them out of. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know. Yeah.
Well, I'm familiar with our YouTube endeavors, but if you are, hello, Carl.
Yes. I'm wearing a Bosk shirt. This is also Matt's shirt. He doesn't know this. I stole it from him. No, it's they are the best way I can the best and dumbest way I can describe Bosk is like the English version of ISIS, the band ISIS, not the terror organization. Um, and yes, they are named after the bounty hunter from Star Wars, and I like them a lot. So, Bosk, yeah, check them out, and fucking Bolt Thrower, yeah, check out Bolt Thrower if you haven't already. If you haven't already, that's a good thing to go and change for yourself.
Yes. Yes, I know it's like a meme. Like, honestly, though, like both Bolt Thrower and Mortician got meme status
Yeah,
via one of those bands deserves that.
and one of them doesn't.
Well, very much does not.
Yeah,
Yo, if any of you fucking kids doing TikTok dances wearing Mortician shirts want me to send you a fucking photo of Will Romer sporting a Nazi pin, please. I
yeah,
have a hand specifically to make you sad.
yeah, yeah. It's tough liking metal sometimes.
That fucking avoid like the obvious racist and piece of shit. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah. It's shocking
know,
how few people know about Mortician though, too. I mean, it's crazy.
last week where it's like, yeah, like, sometimes if it's a case of like, oh, a band said something like kind of dopey in an interview once, like
Yeah.
some people draw the line in different places or whatever, but like Will Romer has been a very obvious piece of shit for like decades, and like his band was never good. The fact that people are insisting it is, it's like you guys, what the fuck are we doing? Like in the 90s, Mortician was a joke, and that's kind of how it should have stayed.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fine with them. I'm fine with them at joke status.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if I think we're generally going to fly under the radar for our hot takes on this video or whatever because we've got our cozy fan base of 20, but like some fucking TikTok teens want to like get after me for like shit talking Mortician. Bring it on. Bring it on, you fucking infants. Like that guy fucking sucks.
Bring it on, you
I
fucking
haven't
infants.
gotten like, my friend Jesse, who's like a fucking old school death metal head and hates them.
Yeah.
Uh, Watched him physically assault two different women in public in two different states. So,
Well, there you go.
yeah, he's not your fucking goofy uncle or whatever. He's legit piece of shit.
Yeah. We at
Uh,
the beer video have long stated this opinion. This is not news. You can go back and watch old videos of Helen saying the same goddamn thing. Stop listening to Mortician.
have I done the mortician rant
You've
before?
done the Mortician rant a few times, and I enjoy it every time.
Time is a flat circle.
Time is nothing.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
Okay.
just watching this pool of beer slowly make its way across my desk.
Mortician rant over for now. For now.
For now.
Anyway, so I got this because I saw the name and I knew it would annoy you. So it is pickles are a girl's best friend.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And I found out I've been pronouncing this style of beer wrong for years. It is Goza. Goza.
Oh, I have been too then. Well, I'm glad to know that.
I think we like tried to puzzle it out on previous beer videos, but neither of us bothered to do any research. So,
Research.
all right. Buddy Helen did a Google this time.
Oh my God. I did too, because I had to look up this how to pronounce this beer, and then I gave up and just texted you.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in the Cousin Eddie glass, by the way.
Nice.
I have a nice
Oh, mine was a Friday the 13th. I don't think I got a chance to show you the actual glass.
yeah,
Every day is Friday
we
the
have some issues,
13th.
I believe, with that. Yeah.
Ugh.
Clear.
So wait, there was a pickle beer with it looked like there was another ingredient, or am I wrong?
Dill and red pepper. So I think this is
Red
like a
pepper. Okay. Okay.
my one was we were gifted a jar of like fancy pickles by a friend of Matt, so I was gonna like have a little ramekin of those and like just like kind of creepily eat them in front of you.
It's not that I dislike the existence of pickles. I'm fine with them existing. I'm just tired of them becoming all the food and drinks.
Oh, well, you would hate this, I
Yeah.
believe, but I love it. Wandering Leaf does it again. Hmm. So gozas are generally kind of salty, and this is, but it's not so salty it tastes like just drinking straight pickle brine, which is
Yeah.
the issue. What was it? Men made a pickle beer, and that was my complaint there. Uh,
Yes.
I mean, it was fine, but like it was just overly salty. This is kind of a nicely rounded flavor. Like I can taste the herbaceousness of the dill, kind of rounded out by the saltiness, and then it's got like the gentle heat from the red pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is if you like spicy pickles, this is a beer for you.
Yeah,
And
I don't, but I had a beer once that was dragon's milk. Like they make different versions of dragon's milk. And one I accidentally bought because I didn't realize I thought it was just a regular bottle and it was made with chili peppers. And I was like, well, let's just open it and see what it's like. And I couldn't even I took one sip and was just volcano burping like the rest of the
Oh,
night.
so Hammerheart makes a beer called Thor's Porter, which is
Yeah.
a with smoked peppers. And I brought a bottle of that to Inferno Fest one year and gifted it to my friend who's like also like kind of a beer nerd, my friend Jose.
Yeah.
It took him like a full year to like open it because he like told me a bunch like I'm kind of afraid of like how the spice is gonna hit me. But like he opened it and he loved it so much he like drunk FaceTimed me with a bunch of his and like I had a bunch of like drunk Brazilians in my phone being like, "This beer is so fucking good." And like, yeah, I know. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I even tried the dragon's milk because I was like, I wanted to see what the level of spiciness was. Because like I had had New Holland made a mole stout that I fucking loved. It was so goddamn good. I don't think they make it anymore.
Yeah, actually, there's a brewery around here. It's run by I don't know if he's a Mexican immigrant or like second gen. I mention this only because like that's kind of a big part. I hate saying branding, but you know,
Yeah.
big part of their whole identity as a brewery. But yeah, it's called La Doña, and they make a mole stout. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, seasonal, so like I haven't really been able to find it like much outside of like fall and winter, but like so fucking good.
Yeah.
And like $9 for like a 4 pack of pint cans.
That's not bad.
Yeah, they make. I mean, their other styles are pretty decent too. Like they have a pale ale, an IPA, and stuff, and like
Yeah.
their mole stout. It's like, please just fucking make that. Like I love it.
I'm now just getting the smell of this beer. There's just a giant lake of beer on my desk, and that's all I can smell right now. And I love beer,
At least
but
it's a robust porter. That shit's good.
yeah, but like when a beer sits out, I don't even care how good the beer is. It does start to not smell great after a while. It smells
Yeah,
good in
fair.
glass, but on my desk, not so much. Beer and wood, not a great combination. If this is even wood, probably isn't.
Organizing my perfume collection, and I have one that smells like root beer, and
Oh,
I knocked over the bottle and it spilled. And on the one hand, I was like pissed. I spilled some of this like somewhat expensive perfume. On
yeah,
the other hand, the desk smelled like root beer for like a solid week. So that
nothing
was
wrong with that. Yeah. And if it's just, just a perfume, not actual root beer being spilled, you're cutting down on your chance of bees. And
yeah.
that's always what we want to do is try to cut down on those bee chances. Uh, Especially a guy like me who's allergic to those little guys. I'd like to see them live, I mean they have more than one benefit to our ecosystem, but just stay off my arms and legs, please. Don't sting me.
Needs where it's like, I'm glad you're in my domicile. I know you get a lot of good work done.
Yeah.
Um, just freak me out and stay the fuck away from me, please.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, my whole list is like, any stinging insect, spiders, snakes. I appreciate y'all. I know you do a lot, yeah, like you said, you do a lot of good work. But we don't have to live anywhere near each other. Stay out of my house and
Uh,
just go about your business.
and like I've had to lift him kind of out of the line of fire a few times now, and I'm just like, brother, like you just gotta like you'll catch plenty of bugs if you just like build your web in a corner up there. You don't need to like nose around our tree.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's not much to ask of the spider community to go ahead and do that. It's we're trying to keep you safe.
Yeah, I do still feel bad that the first time I saw a house centipede, I panicked and stomped it. But in my defense, it had crawled up through a shower drain while I was
Oh.
actively shower, and I didn't know what it was at the time. So I thought it was like something that could potentially poison me. And that
Mm.
I felt horrible.
Ugh.
And whenever I see house centipedes, I'm just like, you
Yeah.
know, sorry, I slaughtered your brother so thoughtlessly. Please eat whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're super useful, by the way. Like this is now a house centipede PSA. They kill cockroaches, ants, like all the pest bugs.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
they'll eat all of that, and all they ask is the ability to scurry around your house undisturbed. And
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't help it if one of you runs into my cats though, or my dog. They will try to eat you without question. So next week we will not be here. Um, you literally won't be here.
I will be in, well, the plan is to be in Tilburg. I feel like whenever I say anything for sure,
Yeah.
yeah, so Matt and I are going to Roadburn again. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of a less exciting day for us, but there's still some good bands on the lineup. It's Roadburn.
Yeah,
Like,
I was just looking at the lineup last week and there's a lot of good stuff on there. And I did see Walter posted on I think he posted on Facebook that he had had a recent eye surgery and so he is saying
I think it's
if
not
I
just
don't
that.
recognize you,
My
don't be offended.
eyesight has been pretty bad for a few years now.
Yeah. Yeah. Just leave Walter alone. Look at this shit that he does every year. He puts this goddamn thing together and just give him some peace.
Yeah, I see him around at Roadburn, and it's like I've never properly met him, I don't think, but
Yeah.
yeah, I appreciate everything he does. And like, yeah, like I know his vision issues like have been causing him a lot of stress, obviously.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, I
Yeah.
can understand that completely. Uh So you're going to be at Roadburn, and next week is WrestleMania, and
Oh,
so there's tons of wrestling on all week, not just WWE. Thursday night, if you really want some a very different type of wrestling show to watch, Thursday night is Bloodsport, which Josh Barnett, also a huge Bolt Thrower fan, he puts that together, and it's sort of a it's not how do I put this? There's no ropes. It's in a ring with no ropes. So it's kind of supposed to look more like mixed martial arts, but it's predetermined, like it's not real. But the interesting thing is that wrestlers from a bunch of different companies wrestle on the Bloodsport show. So WWE and AEW, who are like primary competitors with one another, both of those promotions will have wrestlers on that show. So it's very interesting. It's like one of the few shows like this where you get like full participation from just about every wrestling group. And yeah, so that I'm excited about that. And then, the WrestleMania card this year is fine, but I'm just excited because it's WrestleMania. And yeah, I mean there'll be a lot of stuff going on that will be exciting. There's a match that Minoru Suzuki is going to be wrestling Cara Noir. Helen, you should look up Cara Noir. He is a Brit. Oh, I should not say he. I'm not really sure what Cara Noir's pronouns are. Um, but a very interesting character.
okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So, so you'll be enjoying Roadburn. I will be watching professional wrestling, and we won't be doing beer next week. That's okay, and it's also Easter, so you
Right. Yeah,
our favorite holiday.
Brno Festival in Norway is the same weekend as Roadburn.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Up deciding which one to go to for me anyway. For
Yeah.
Matt, it's easy because Roadburn has more bands he likes, and also weed's illegal in Norway. So
Well, there you go.
yeah,
Perfect. Yeah, I like that decision make.
one of our Roadburn regular um, co-travelers has to work Inferno. So,
Yeah.
but it's a great lineup this year at Inferno. I'm gonna say something mean apart from like the lineup's good apart from Behemoth. And look, I don't think Behemoth is bad.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed some Behemoth songs. They're fine.
Me as well. Yeah.
But like it's a combination of the fact that they're on every fucking festival bill,
Yeah.
put out some pretty mediocre albums recently, and Nurgle insists on being like your fucking cringe uncle in public. It's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little tired of him.
yeah, it's like there was a brief window like right after his cancer recovery where it seemed like he was kind of being just chill yoga dad, and now he's just like
Yeah.
edgy internet. I'm like, come on, man, you're a fucking cancer survivor. Like, please just look, chill out. You
Yeah.
earned it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
chill. Like you don't don't need to do this. You don't need to become the Joker or whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just making it worse. You're making it worse for you and for everybody else.
Yeah, it's like, brother, this is exhausting. Like, do some sun salutations or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, hey everyone. Don't go listen to Behemoth. Listen to Boskin Bolt Thrower and just go have a good week and sorry about our country. Sorry. Apologize. You know, we tried to tell people not to do this and they didn't listen, and here we are. And it's been 45 years, and god damn it.
Yeah, we as a country are touching the fucking stove.
Yeah, we are. Yep. And the problem is like the connection between our nerve endings in our hands are not reaching the signals in our brain fast enough to realize that we need to take our hand off the stove. So we're just kind of fucking standing there letting our hand burn. Where hand is in the pain box.
Yep.
All right, everyone. With that positive note, we'll see you next time.